Everybody watching.
The gods might not want us.
Boom, boom, boom. They see me, yeah, through every wall, every move, every call. They see me, I can't hide it all. 2026, hear them call. They see me, yeah, I feel their gaze every night, every day. From the dark through the haze, now I'm trapped in the maze. Boom, boom, boom. Late night shadows on the glass, feel them watching when I pass. Every second never lasts, now I'm living in the past. Cold eyes hidden in the light, every corner got a sight. All this fear in the night, now I keep it locked tight. No trust in the ones I meet, every smile incomplete. All these whispers in the street, now I'm running from defeat. I don't speak, I just look behind. Every second losing mind, from the dark undefined. Now I'm stuck in the blind. They see me, yeah, through every wall, every move, every call. They see me, I can't hide it all. 2026, hear them call. They see me, yeah, I feel their gaze every night, every day. From the dark through the haze, now I'm trapped in the maze.
Well, that was an interesting show. The gods did not let me do it. For some reason, I think they're angry with me today. Only because I went out and got drunk last night and I told them I wouldn't do it. But it's okay. Every now and then, you got to break the rules, man. Rules, hey, that's the reason why there's rules, because they're meant to be broken. Would you guys agree with that?
Absolutely.
Nope.
I mean, it's got to be rules.
No.
You know what I'm saying? You know, I pick certain intros for the simple fact is certain intros remind me of what we love to do best. Sometimes it's a reminder of the things that we see, what we hear, what we feel, and sometimes what we taste, like those raw, good for nothing steaks you guys been eating. But yeah, what do you guys think about the intro?
I thought it was great, and I love the Joker, so that's perfect.
I liked it a lot.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It was a whole lot better whenever my wife pushed the button for sound.
Yeah. Then it was awesome.
Yeah.
It was awesome. Way more entertaining then.
Wow, she did not push the button. I'm so disappointed. Well, we just got to go through this over again. Guys, welcome to the show, man. I really appreciate you guys joining us on this Sunday. Man, there's so much to cover, and there's so little time to do it. And Jessica is having problems with her internet. All you guys out on the different platforms tonight, man, welcome to the show. Kick, Rumble, Instagram, Twitch, YouTube, Facebook. Welcome. Man, please, if you guys got any comments, please make sure you leave them in the chat, and I will get to them if the guys can't see them already. But starting off with the ringleader, Devin, how you doing?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having us.
Sure, man. Hey, no problem. Anybody that's from West Virginia, man, anytime, any place, anywhere, I got you guys.
We appreciate it.
There's a lot going on, man. There's a lot going on in West Virginia. How is things going?
Things are going good. Yeah, we're staying busy, that's for sure. But yeah, I mean, we're coming up on busy season. There's a lot of stuff to come over the summer. So yeah, we got a lot going on. We're looking forward to it.
Good. Tell me a little bit before we even get started. Tell me a little bit about you and your team, your organization. You know, I'll just put it all out there, what you guys got going on. Each individual, what their specialties are. We lost, what's her name again?
Yeah, I think Jess is having trouble hearing.
Yeah. So go ahead, fill us in about your organization and let us know what's going on with everybody.
Okay. So we've only been together as a group for about a year. I've been in love with the paranormal my entire life. Jeff is my dad, and I blame him for my love for the paranormal. Growing up, we spent a lot of time in Gettysburg. So we would do, the ghost hunts. We'd go in Farnsworth House or Jenny Wade House. We'd do little ghost tours through the battlefield, things like that. And I just always had a fascination with it. We would watch the Most Haunted and those shows growing up. So I always loved it. And I would do, little flashlight tours here and there, things like that. And then we were talking about it. I'm like, I really want to just do this. I want to dive in. So I started doing research, looking into what equipment I needed. I started doing a lot of reading. And I'm like, let's do it. So talked to my dad about it. Of course, he was all in and got Jess involved and Christy and Remington. And we started and we just kind of took off and just haven't stopped. So we've been, doing lots of things and filling up our weekends, and we work really, really well together. And we just honestly have a blast doing it. It's such a good group dynamic.
Cool. Well, hey guys, welcome to, like I tell everybody that's new to the community, welcome to the community. I hope you guys have a lot of success, and I hope you guys reach your ultimate goal, whatever that may be. I'm curious to find out what it is, because I know each paranormal person in the community, everybody's goals are different. Everybody has that ultimate goal, but everybody's goal is different. Because I know mine is different. Mine's probably different from everybody. But one thing in common, we're all in this community together, and we're all searching for that one word. No, two. What if?
Mm-hmm.
What if? So, Devin, I'm gonna stay with you, and
Okay.
we're gonna stick with the question. We're just gonna pop in. Why are so people afraid of those two words? What if?
I think some people are afraid of, when they do find the what if, what that is going to mean. So, what they're bringing out, what happens, the answers that they thought they had, they no longer have. So, it just can totally turn your world upside down. But that's what that's what we're looking for. That's what we want to know. That possibility of the unknown is just amazing. And every time we go in someplace, it's like just that anticipation of, oh, we could really have something really great happen now, So I think it's exciting, but it does scare some people, that's for sure.
Now, you just said something very interesting. Turn the world upside down.
Mm-hmm.
Is that our ultimate goal as paranormal investigators? Because, for an example, if we was to somehow, some way, come across the answers that we've all been searching for, is that open for turning everything upside down? This crazy society that we live in?
Yeah, I mean, there's going to be people, regardless of no matter what we find, that they're just going to be stuck in their bubble and they're going to say no and they don't believe it. And so it won't do anything to their world. But I think it's exciting, it's a world of possibilities. But yeah, I mean, if we had that one true, piece of evidence that really was just mind blowing and no one could dispute it, but I don't know that anybody will ever have that. There's always going to be people who say, no, that's not real. I don't believe it. And it's not true. And, it is what it is. And that's not our job to convince people. We just, we believe what we believe and we just roll with it,
Yeah.
But
Okay. Now, see,
Embrace it.
Devin, because you started spiraling down that rabbit hole, and I'm going to stay with you with that, because we're going to spiral down that rabbit hole together. You just open up the door and everybody just jumped in. I think I think personally, and this is, I think it's our duty. It's our duty to be able to share our technologies, our findings with the world. And I
Hmm.
think as much as people will not to agree with me, but dude, we gotta have that uh, the science community. I mean, we just cannot be in here without those. I think personally, I think we need them. I think we need the scientific community to
Hmm.
not only justify what's going on, so we can actually be accepted.
Hmm.
So we got everybody out here just saying, "Oh, I don't need the scientific community. They're a bunch of BS. They would never accept us. Blah blah blah." But I'm like, we need these guys.
We do. We do. We absolutely do. Yeah.
But
And I
then there's
think
on the
that,
other hand, you can give rat's ass if you believe me or not.
I mean, we always gonna have those guys.
Oh yeah.
I mean, those are the ones that we call what, skeptics. Those are your skeptics. I mean, we need them.
Hmm. Yeah, and no matter what you find, I mean, you could show them the perfect evidence, and they're going to say that's fake, and okay, that's fine. I get that. I get those
Yeah,
messages all the time, and I'm like, okay, thank you, thanks for your input.
but but as far as the scientific community, I mean, wasn't it always? I mean, it was never hard. I mean, it was always hard for those that are already sitting at the table. They're all,
Mhm.
the archaeologists, not the parapsychologists, because that would be us. There's so many cryptozoologists, people, the oceanic people, which they need to get their butts back down in the water and figure out what's going on down there, But as small as that they been doing, they've been accepted to the paranormal, and scientific community, So I just think that it would break my heart if I was to come back and we put in all this work, all this OJT. If you guys remember what OJT and Jeff does, he been around for a while. We put in all this OJT, and I come back to this planet 400 years from now, and we have not been accepted by the scientific community. It's gonna be hell to pay for somebody.
Mm.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So I just think that I, to me, it doesn't make any sense. Well, we don't need them, dude. Everybody needs everybody. In order
Mhm.
to get in order to fit in, you got to get it.
Mhm.
You
Yeah,
know.
absolutely.
But I don't know, man. I mean, there are so many people out there that are just in it. I mean, I understand that they're in it to prove to themselves
Hmm.
that there is something out there. But how far do proving to yourself is going to go for you?
Yeah, I mean, you have your preconceived ideas whenever you're going into it. I mean, I think most people doing it usually already believe. So, um, yeah, I mean, you can just keep doing that, till you're dead, just trying to prove it to yourself. But yeah, I mean, and anything that we find, we're always putting it out there. We're always trying to, show people, and we're talking to people about it. And I find it interesting that there's a lot of people who actually believe in it, but they aren't going to come forward and say that until they find out that that's something that you do. And they're like, oh, yeah, I had this experience, or oh, yeah, I totally believe in that. But there's still like a little bit of a stigma to it. And people are like embarrassed to say, I do believe in this, or I do believe that there's spirits around. So it's interesting.
Or they're scared to come up
You know,
because
Hmm.
the the outcome is that you're gonna be left in the corner all by yourself, and everyone else is gonna go ha ha.
Hmm. Yep.
And that's the
you
hard
know
part.
what, guys, and believe it or not, man, we are one DNA gene away from seeing uh spirits. Somebody took that particular gene out of our DNA. I don't know why it's done. I don't know why they did it, but somehow, some way, it's in animals. How is it that a cat can look up and see things that we can't see? A dog, an owl, anything that has, you know, those eyes where, that DNA where they're able to see things that humans can't. Why is that? You think that we stand above all on the planet? I
Mhm.
mean, but yet we can't see what these lower individuals are seeing.
Mhm.
To me, that tells me that, man, we're not as capable as what we think we are.
Mhm. Yeah, so true.
Except
You
for
know,
me.
and it, well, you don't count.
Ah,
You don't count. Guys, it, there's another problem coming up in the paranormal community. Maybe you guys can help us out with it. Uh, the invention of AI somehow, some way, made its way into the paranormal community. A lot of people are saying that the problem that we had back then is the problem. It's an even bigger problem now because a lot of people saying this. A lot of this stuff is fake. A lot of this is going on. A lot of that,
Mhm.
and that's AI generated. Guys, how do we solve that problem? What do we need to do to solve that?
Yeah, and I honestly I don't know the answer to that, but I've seen a lot of things where I'm looking at it and I'm like, there's no way that that's. But then there's no disclaimer either. I mean, sometimes when people post like an ad or something like that, it'll have AI generated. But there's been some videos that people just post, and I'm watching it. I'm like, wait, that is not real. And you can't. There's some things that you really can't tell, and I don't know how we fight that because now that is a common thing that people are saying when they see something they don't believe is that it has to be AI. So I don't know how we fix that,
Hmm.
honestly.
we posted
I bet you
everything
Jeff knows how to do it. Yeah.
we,
How do
we
you do it,
posted
Jeff?
raw so that everyone can see from the beginning to the end, and we don't edit anything.
There you go. There you go. Yeah, I don't know
Yep.
what the answer is. How you defeat AI because, like Devin said, you know what? Right away, that's what everybody jumps to. And with AI, anything is possible. At one time, is you show me a picture or you show me a videotape, then I know it's true. Well,
Mhm.
that doesn't hold the case anymore. Like I say, you can dupe anything. But I don't know what the answer is to
Well,
that.
I got the answer for you guys. Guys, stop editing. We're gonna have to stop as a paranormal community. We're gonna have to stop editing our videos.
Mhm.
Everything's gotta be raw,
Mhm.
unfiltered, uncut, and just let them figure it out for themselves.
Yep.
Because
Yep.
there's no other way to beat that is to stream your investigations live
Mhm.
every single time you guys are out in the field.
Mhm.
I don't
If we stop
editing
editing,
is a
I'm
big
not going to be allowed to speak at any investigation. Okay, of any kind.
well, we're gonna have to find you another way to fit in because that's the only way I can see us defeating AI. Because if we don't stop editing, uh, it's gonna be hard for us.
Yeah.
So we have to stop. We have to start going back to what we did
Mhm.
uh, 10, 15 years ago. We're gonna have to start streaming live all the damn time
Mhm.
and not editing nothing.
Yep.
Let the world figure. And you know what? Let the world figure it out. If the world sees something that they can't explain, then we know it's real. They know
Yep.
it's real. It's
Yep.
unedited and it's unfiltered and it's self-explanatory.
Mhm.
Yep.
I'm sorry, but those $300 cameras that you guys got, throw them in the dumpster,
Yep.
or just get you a $300 phone that has really good cameras
Mhm.
and just go that way because I really don't see no other way for us to actually defeat AI and get
Even the
people
more
calling us. like
or regular 35 millimeter camera that use film. Film's coming back because they're starting to make more machines in Japan for film, and they're going to start shipping them all over overseas again, and they're going to start Fujifilm is going to start producing more film that you can put in your camera, and so yeah, they're going to start doing that so everyone else can buy film and use their old cameras. So don't throw them away, don't sell them, keep them because you're going to use them again.
Nice.
So you can't fool a negative, that's for sure.
No.
Oh, yeah, definitely a negative. Yeah, there's no tampering with that whatsoever.
Nope.
You know,
So you know what? There's your proof right there,
Mhm.
and that's why I like using my camera. I still have a whole bunch of film, and I'll use it, and I don't care. If you don't like it, that's too bad. And got lots of high speed film, and I'll use that too.
Mhm.
So I 1600 high speed film, and I'm gonna use that, and it's only for professionals, but yeah, but I'm gonna use that and take my pictures, and I'm gonna I can always take a picture of my picture, and I can always post it. So that's the way I'm gonna do my things. And sometimes I don't need anything. I just say, "Oh, hi, yeah, who are you? Okay, I can talk to you, and I can say, okay, what are you doing here? What's your problem? Because you always ask what's going on with them mentally and physically, and then you got your answer.
Mhm.
Some of us can, some of us can't, right, Terry?
yeah, you go picking on me because I can, but it's okay. It is okay.
I'm being sweet as a
You know
pie.
what? No, you're not. You making fun of me. She does it all the time, guys. But it's okay. It's okay because, like I told her, you know, I can't wait. I know my dad's coming. It might be 20, it might be 30 years from now, but my dad's coming, and I've got I got a plan for all of you individuals out there. I got a plan for all of y'all. You know,
Okay, his plan is his plan is that when he passes, he's gonna sing 100 bottles of beer on the wall and bug the hell out of me when he does.
Oh, no.
and you know what? And I got you know what? And I'm a likable guy, so I can pull others in to help me.
You see, Terry, you got one problem. I'm older than you.
But that doesn't mean you're gonna go before me. Come on, man. You know what? You might live. You might. Hey, people today. Well, I don't know if they're living longer. They're actually living shorter. People in the 40s and 50s were living longer than what the guys are today. Only because their diet is different. Everything about that whole culture back in those days are different. What you eating, man. Hell, when did McDonald's come around? In the 50s?
Mm-hmm.
I think so.
That's the downfall right there, man. People back in the old days wasn't eating McDonald's. They wasn't taking all that junk in there, and they were living longer. Now, we don't know what they're putting in these triple cheeseburgers. I mean, they're good as hell.
But no,
But
our McDonald's are different. Our McDonald's are more controlled, and they got different stuff in our McDonald's than you guys do. We can get a
veggie
Spark.
burgers don't count. Hell,
No,
I can't eat a veggie burger.
they don't make veggie burgers, but they make a chicken sandwich. They make shrimp sandwich you can't get, and they make all different kinds of sandwiches here.
Well, hell, can I get a raw steak sandwich with some
Uh,
mustard on it? That'd be
mm,
great, guys.
no,
Dev. Oh, well, okay. Devin, tell me a little bit about the town you live in. How I don't know. How do they feel about what you guys do? Do they object? Do they praise you guys? You know, how do they feel about what you guys do? And do they care? Do they not care? Do they come up to you? How do they feel about you?
So actually, the response has been pretty good. I wasn't quite sure how that would go, but it's been really good. I mean, the people that already, I mean, it's a small town area. We're from Wheeling, West Virginia, and it's kind of like everybody kind of knows everybody. And Wheeling's a really old city too. There's a lot of really rich history in Wheeling, so a lot of, you know, potentially haunted places as well. So whenever we first kind of started this, I had a lot of people who were like, you know, it's about damn time, basically, you know, like it's time that you did this. And people have really responded. We've had a lot of people in the area say, hey, you know, my cousin's house, this, or, you know, we've had people, you know, more influential in the city of Wheeling being like, hey, come check out my house. And so the response has been really, really good, honestly. No, nothing negative. Everybody's been really great about it. And so we're hoping to kind of start something in the town, since we have a lot of historic buildings, and kind of seeing what we can do, maybe even just seasonal, you know, ghost walks, things like that, just to kind of get the community even more involved and open to it. But it's been really great so far.
Okay. Have you reached out to the Historical Society yet?
I did, yeah, just recently, and I haven't really gotten anything back yet. But yeah, I did reach out, so I'm hoping that we can get something going.
Can I
Those
ask you a
guys,
question?
it's all about the dollar for the. If you it's all about the dollar. Go ahead.
Okay. You live in an area that I think is part of the Bible Belt. Religion and paranormal, like oil and vinegar sometimes.
Yeah, it's yeah,
We're actually
yeah. I
north
mean,
of the
it's
Bible
not
Belt,
it's
I
not too
think.
bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, how are you taken by the religious community, and does it affect not what you do, but does it affect sometimes the reaction? I know some people embrace it, but does it make sometimes positive thing turn negative, and like a sourpuss, and not hurt? It wouldn't hurt you, but it would uh you know, like how does that work in that area, and how do you conduct in that area with that kind of thing behind your head, you know, on your shoulders or wherever?
Honestly, we really haven't gotten any, you know, pushback from that. I know every paranormal investigator is different as far as their religious beliefs and all of that. I mean, I'm religious. I'm Lutheran, and the people at my church, they know what I do, and they all honestly think it's really cool. You know, they ask me about it, and so everybody's been really supportive. Like nobody thinks, you know, like I know that there's some extremely religious people that think, okay, you're doing that, you're investigating, okay, you're dealing with demons, you're doing something bad, you're conjuring things, and that's
or you
not
or you're
us.
part of the devil.
Oh yeah, you're worshiping the devil. But the people that know us know that that's not the case, and there's been no pushback that I've seen. I mean, everybody's been really supportive. So
How about everyone else?
Whoa, that's
How about everyone else? How do you feel?
I mean, on our half of things, I haven't ran into any type of resistance or like negative feedback from anyone like around us.
No.
Yeah. They're all pretty like, oh, okay, cool. And if they do, they don't say much about it. But
Yeah, we're officially north of what you would consider the Bible Belt, you know, too. That's a little farther, you know, a little deeper south. But yeah, I mean, you find more people that are, like Devin said, you find more people that are like, oh wow, that's really cool that you do that. I mean, we're not using Ouija boards. We're not, we're not trying to summon the devil and demons and stuff like that. We try to keep it,
But
pretty light. We don't want to go too dark. We're not looking to, summon anything we don't want to get stuck with, or something's going to follow us home.
but it is a scary thing to the average Joe, and they're not kind of used to it. I mean, I got pushed back from the Catholic Church, and I'm Catholic, right?
Right.
Just kind of like, okay.
I don't
gonna do
think we've had any pushback like that. Like I say, like Devin said, everybody's been, they hear about it and they're like more fascinated, but they're not like taken aback or like, oh my God, that's awful. They're like, they want to hear more. And then they start telling you stories. Well, my neighbor is hearing these weird noises in his attic, and then, hey, I know such and such. You ought to go to their house. And like I say, we've had a lot of opportunities, to see some pretty cool stuff. And fortunately, like I say, nothing dark. We want to keep it that way. There's things that we don't want to mess with and we don't understand. And we're smart enough to know that, to leave that stuff alone if we can help it. But
ooh, that's my favorite part, the dark stuff. I like the dark
stuff. Okay.
But guys, sometimes as paranormal investigators, we don't always know, or they don't always tell us what they've done in their residence.
No.
Right. So the potential is always there, that we will have the potential to deal with something dark.
Yeah.
Are you guys qualified for something like that, or you guys will have to call somebody else in?
So as far as that goes, if it is something dark that we feel is something dark, we're going to defer that to somebody, because I want to fully know, and I'm not going to go in there and pretend that I do and cause any type of issue. So we're working towards that as far as more education and understanding and things like that before we honestly take that on. But I had someone contact me not too long ago about something that they were worried was, demonic. They weren't very close to us, but I had reached out to a group that was comfortable with handling that and looking into that, and they took that on. So, I'm not going to put us or someone else in a situation that we're not prepared to handle at this point.
But you see, demonic only happens percent of every investigation. It really doesn't come out. Sometimes it's just a shadow figure or something. There's always an answer. So anything demonic is only 1% of all paranormal, and only come across it once. And that was and I took care of it. But I mean, it doesn't come out that often, and a lot of people say it's demonic, but it really isn't. So you got to take it with a grain of salt too.
Yeah, it was. There were some instructions of self-harm and things like that was affecting the person, so that we deferred. But yeah, no, I totally agree. I think anything that's scary, a lot of people tend to go to demonic, but that's not, most of the time that's not the case.
Like, I had a person in Alabama say, I got demons in my house. I go, oh, okay, well, I'll help you. And he goes, you sure about that? And I go, yep, no problem. I can help. Apparently it wasn't. It was just spirits, But that was fun too. I think anything paranormal.
We definitely, we definitely got to understand between the two. I mean, we can say that it's demon all day, but all it is just an angry grandpa.
Yeah.
Or whatever the case may be.
That's true.
It's weird because when you go into a location, there's something angry there. A lot of people don't have to say the D word. Don't even mention it, because at that point you really don't know.
Exactly.
So you really have to, go down that fine line You know,
Mhm.
and that's where you start asking questions. A lot of
Mhm.
people don't like to ask when they hear that word D word. Oh, that's a demon. Ask the question.
Mhm.
You know,
Yeah.
why are you so angry? If
Mhm.
Yeah.
if you ask the spirit, an intelligent spirit, why are you so angry? And I'm
Mhm.
not saying he's going to answer you all the time, but he's going to give you a signal on why.
Mhm.
You know,
We've had a
hey,
couple of them pissed
I
off
want
at us. I said we had a couple
yeah, I
pissed off
mean,
at us, and we had to try to figure out what was going on. Told us to run, told us to leave, told us they were going to come home with us, and yeah. So yeah, I don't know that it's demonic. It's just an upset spirit, I think.
Yeah. There's a lot of them around. There's
yeah,
Flemington
I
around
mean,
with.
it's crazy because an upset spirit can be anything. It can be
Yeah.
an alcoholic
Yeah.
who passed away, and now they're not getting their alcoholic anymore, so they're going through that urge. Oh man, I'm just grouchy, I'm doing this, doing that. Or it could be the simplest thing, somebody who's can't find their loved ones in the afterlife, and they're so angry because they can't find them, and all they need is someone to show them the way to find their
Mhm.
love.
Yep.
It's simple,
Yeah.
but sometimes some people make it more harder than what it really is.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And you get
And
once in a while that were killed by somebody else, and they're really pissed because they were killed, and so they lash out at other people. Like one that I had across the street from me. Yeah, he was angry at everybody else, so he caused car accidents, and we didn't get rid of him, but we kind of like made sure he won't do it again. Okay, so yeah, and he hasn't done it again since. But it was personal when my husband got hit by a car and he caused it. And I said, okay, we're done, we're good. Like um, it's just sometimes they lash out at other people and they're angry because they died or somebody killed them or something nasty happened to them, and they're gonna lash out at everybody else. So it's not always, you know but it's sad anyway. It's just sad, and you have to have compassion no matter if you agree with it or disagree with it, and you want to help as many as you can, right? So
Try to be respectful. Devin's real big about that. That's one thing she's always pushed is, regardless of what happens, we we get some odd responses and we've been cussed out and called names and this and that. But yeah, at
yeah.
the end of the day, she's big on being respectful to
I like the ones who tell blank off. They go, okay,
there you
that's
go.
enough.
Guys, what is going on in West Virginia, man? The thing about West Virginia, it's a lot of mystery going on. Dude, you guys don't have to go far for an investigation. All you got to do is jump into those creepy little mountains of y'all, and you guys can be lost forever. You know
creepy
what I'm
little
saying?
mountains.
Yeah.
You hear that, Remington?
I do hear that. I just came back from those mountains yesterday. Thank you.
Yeah, exactly.
Did you have fun?
I mean, dude,
Well, I did until things started breaking parts. But yeah, it's a good time down there.
is it? I mean, is it as bad as history say and what the TV say about some of those
Only if
mountains
you're eating well
around
done
there?
steaks.
With and ketchup on a baked potato.
Yeah.
Hey, why y'all want to bring up old stuff?
There's a lot of folklore and stuff
They-
about
Yeah.
what goes on in the mountains and everything, but I don't know. A lot of it's old tales that are passed on. A lot of it's pretty creepy stuff, But yeah, I don't know. We've heard quite a few stories. Not every little hollow is like that, though.
Have you guys had any first-hand accounts on some of the stuff that's going on in those mountains?
Hmm.
Christy's got a couple pictures and stuff of little place up the road from our camp. Which I mean, our camp is, you go to the end of the gravel and then you turn off the gravel and you go to the end of that road, and you know, really don't even have strings for the banjos down there. She's got some pretty good pictures of stuff, but I can't say that there's ever been anything like, I haven't woke up with, Bigfoot wanting to cuddle or anything.
I mean, he's welcome here. I mean, I'll cuddle up with him. Come on, Bigfoot, we can cuddle. Guys, so like Jeff said, there's a lot of stories, man, and that is so. And you know what? And I'd rather investigate an urban legend than I would investigate that more than anything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we have a lot of cryptids in West Virginia.
Yeah, I mean, some of these things I've never even seen. I mean, dude, you guys got some places in West Virginia no human has ever touched, set foot on in those mountains.
Yeah, that's
so that right there is telling me.
Mm-hmm.
That is telling me, man, that it's something going on.
Yeah, there's.
It's not too many things that the brothers are scared of, but you're not gonna get us going up in the mountains, man.
Yeah, so that's real, especially some places downstate.
No way.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Yeah, we got Mothman. We got all kinds of stuff. What was the other one we were talking about earlier? Devin, the Flatwoods Monster, and there's lots of cryptids in West Virginia. But
why would you think that? Would there be? What? Well, maybe you wouldn't have the answer, but what do you think in your hand? Why do you think they have a lot of cryptids in West Virginia?
Well, that's a good question.
No, it's just an open question that, nobody's really thought about it. I don't think, why, but what do you think there would be? Just using your core energy, what do you think?
Wow, that's a really good question. Like I say, I think of the Mothman. A lot of that was the Point Pleasant Bridge, and there was other sightings.
I don't know. We were talking about cryptids earlier today, honestly, because we were saying a lot of the sightings of the things, the Mothman, there was a lot of sightings, but then we were talking about there's the Veggie Man, which is a tall celery looking guy. We were talking about the Flatwood Monster, and a lot of this sightings were in the 50s or 60s, whatever, 60s, 70s. We're thinking maybe people were just on drugs. We really don't know. We don't know what the case is, but and a lot of them are tied back to they think they were aliens. So
would you think that they would be part of a Native American theme that happened a long time ago to protect the land and protect the whatever's that's there, to protect that against us, or what? I don't know.
It's possible, because there's a lot of cryptids. I mean, more than the ones that I mentioned. I don't know all of them, but there's possible. I mean, there's a lot of Native American history in West Virginia. So yeah, maybe so. I mean, yeah, Flatwood Monster, I know they thought it was an alien. Veggie Man, I don't really know what they thought that was, but
check the vegetables.
Yeah, they say it looked like a big stalk of celery, so I don't know what would be causing that. With suction cup fingers, I think it said. So
don't eat me, yikes! Yeah. Okay. Sorry about that. Yeah, but I mean, there's a lot of Native Americans all across America, and they prayed to certain gods and to protect their land, to protect the people, and to protect the water, protect the mountains, and protect the soil and everything else. So because that's what I would think. But if I'm wrong, come on and tell me if I'm wrong. But there's a lot of that going on too.
Yeah.
Like why? Why? Why would you need a cryptid to protect something? And is there something about cryptids and the spirits and the land that's so important? And protect who against
Mhm.
whom, right?
Hmm.
Protect
Yeah.
us against them, or to protect them against us? You know,
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
it
There's.
both ways, right? It goes both ways. That's
Mhm.
interesting.
Yeah,
So
it does. Yeah, there's a lot. So I don't know. It's fascinating, but I don't know where they came from or why. But it's
you know
it's
what? Guess
cool
what?
lore.
No one's gonna tell you either, right?
That's
Because
true. Yeah.
they're gonna say, well, that's for us to know, for you to find out.
Right.
This is the way that I deal with certain things too, because I know certain things and I can't tell Terry, and Terry gets pissed off at me and he gets mad at me, and so I can understand that too.
Hmm.
So yeah, it's
Well,
what?
I'm not.
see, see,
I never get mad. But God,
he's
you know what, man? If somebody is telling you that, I mean, it's more curiosity for me than anything. If somebody is telling me, hey Terry, there's somebody literally right beside you. So you look to your right and you look to your left and you don't see anything there. Hell, that just piques my curiosity even more because I want to
Hmm.
know what it looks like, this and that. I mean, I hell, if I'm looking to the left and I don't see anything there, and I'm like, okay, well, what the hell's going on? You
Hmm.
know, and like I always tell people, and when me and Irene had these discussions, it's just it's just a human in us
Hmm.
that wants us to know what exactly it is or what it is. How do we deal with it? How do we communicate with it? I mean, there are so many things that as humans we don't understand, and so we try to understand it, and I refuse to believe that there's a group of people out there in the world that is telling me that you don't need to understand it. You will understand it when it's your time to understand it. I just think
yeah,
that's a crock of shit.
but
You
curiosity
know,
kills that, right?
I want to know.
I ain't telling you
Yeah,
anything about that one.
no. When
That's from
when the black suits knock on my, when the black suits knock on my door and they, just anybody's door, and you see something that you're not supposed to see, and it's just one of those things. I mean, after that, once you see it, that point, your curiosity is going to run. Your imagination is going to start. It's going to run, and it's going to continue running until you get to the bottom of the situation. I didn't say situation. I said situation. It's a big difference between the two. Uh, so as me, I will want. I'm definitely want to know. I'm definitely that type of guy that is really curious.
Hmm.
but
I you know hey, if it goes to the grave with me, it just goes to the grave. But as long as I live, I'm always going to be a curious person. It's
but you
just
see,
in my DNA.
situations where I'm gonna use situation theory, okay, where you where not
You
everyone's
using my own word on me? What the hell?
no one's right, but some people are not ready to know. Okay, we as clairvoyants know, but we cannot tell you certain things that you're not supposed to know, and the public is not ready to know. Maybe you guys are, but a lot of them are not ready to know yet. Okay, so that's why we have to keep it under lock. And Terry could quit playing that wolf. But I mean, it gets me. But it's true that we cannot tell you sworn under secrecy because a lot of people are not ready to know, and it's not up to us to tell you. You will find out in time on when you're ready. right? But
Right.
I can't tell you.
But the only time, here's the thing, the only time, and you guys can agree with me or disagree with me on this, but the only time we're ever going to be ready to know is when we're 6 feet under.
It's probably true.
Or you're 6 feet before that. Before that. Before that.
You know what
Before
I'm saying?
that.
So the only time we're gonna figure out what the hell's going on is when we're knee deep in it.
No, it's before that. And maybe there
Well,
will
I
be a
hope you're
time.
right.
Maybe there will be a time when you will not understand it, when you will be able to see it and know.
You, but if that's the case, you guys can agree or disagree with me. What's the point of doing all this investigations then if we're gonna find out what it is anyway?
Yeah, it makes you think. That's for
You know what
sure.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
Can I
I
ask
don't know.
Can I ask Michelle Gordon? Yeah, you're right. Because when we pray, we open our prayer by the name of the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit, right? Yeah, I agree with you. So it's kind of it contradicts each other, and it goes against everything that we're supposed to be thinking about. And if God gave us our gifts of seeing spirits, and why can't we embrace it? Why can't they accept it? Because it just, yeah, it's biting itself in the tushy. So I agree with you there, and it doesn't make sense. And I just okay, put church aside and just do what I do to help people and just be there for everybody, and not to worry about what they're gonna say, even though they said, oh, you can't be doing this, and why can't I? And they don't have an answer for that, right? So it is what it is, and you can't change their attitude. You can't make them think differently, and you have to just go with the flow until such a time that they do acknowledge it, which would be a long time as far as I'm concerned. But yeah, it is what it is, and so you just take it with a grain of salt and move on. That's what I think about it. But
Yeah,
I don't know. What do you feel?
yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
Guys, you know, a lot of people, and Irene, you might can contest to this. People say that Gettysburg, I've never been there, but they say that place is probably one of the most haunted uh, places in America. You
Mhm.
know, because so many people died at one time. You got
Mhm.
this going on, you got that going on. But
Mhm.
do you guys agree with that? That battlefield is probably one of the most haunted battlefields in America?
I do. Yeah, I do. I we've had experiences there. I mean, even when we weren't paranormal investigating, just well, my dad can tell you his experience that he had. But I do. You can just feel the energy there, and I don't. How could it not be? There was so much death that happened in such a short amount of time. And then you just feel it throughout the streets. You feel it in the buildings. You kind of feel it everywhere. I mean, it's an awesome place. It's a beautiful place to visit. It's one of my favorite places in the country to go. But it really, you can feel it in your bones, honestly.
Yeah. I
Because
was
the
that
reason
they
I'm asking is,
a gatekeeper there
go ahead.
too, Cherry. I think they have a gatekeeper there too.
Well, as big as that land is, it should be more than one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
my
don't
dad
know,
got
but
like
the guy,
pushed.
all right, wow, you know, because from I love history. I love, even though this day and age, history will never be like it is. It's never been told like it actually was, and I don't think it ever will be. But I think the battle for Atlanta was just as bloody and lot of death. But the craziest thing is, a lot of people don't talk about that battlefield more than what they talk about Gettysburg.
Mm.
Mm-mm.
And I think Gettysburg happened before the Battle of Atlanta. And
Mm.
dude, there's so much death and all this other weird stuff that's going on over there. And I'm thinking the city of Atlanta probably sits on most of it or just north of it. But there's, man, I can honestly say most of North Atlanta. I've been to Atlanta once. Yeah, hell, most of it is probably haunted.
That wouldn't surprise me
And
either.
you know,
Yeah, they
yeah,
burned
I
a
mean, a
lot
lot
of
of
it
people don't
down.
talk about it. Yeah, they burned a lot of it down, and
Hmm.
they have to redo it. But the Battle of Atlanta was just as gruesome as Gettysburg. If not, I would put them neck and neck. But there's so many other haunted battlefields that a lot of people just don't talk about.
Hmm.
Or they don't know yet.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's Antietam was a real big one too. But there's, like Devin said, there's something about Gettysburg. I don't know. It just kind of touches you when you
Mm.
go there, and I don't know what it is. It's like a connection, and I don't know whether it's because the traumatic experiences there. I don't know, but it's just a different vibe. It's not scary. It's a beautiful place, which is kind of odd too at the same time.
Mhm.
But yeah, I don't know why there's a connection with that place where it's like, ooh, this is where something really, you can just feel it. Something big happened here that had a huge impact on our country. And but
Or
yeah,
do
like
you
she said,
think is it possible that something happened there before Gettysburg? And once Gettysburg, all that energy from the energy that was there before Gettysburg and the energy that came from the war, from that battle, emerged. And you got something that can be, if you pop it with a pin, it can explode.
Mhm.
I don't know what the history was. A whole lot of the history of Gettysburg prior to that, it was just I think just a small farming community. But yeah, and it touched everybody in Gettysburg. It just wasn't the soldiers out on the battlefield. Every single person that lived in the town of Gettysburg was touched by it because the soldiers came through. They would run you out of your home. Then the next day they would push back the battle lines and you'd have your home back. And then it would be a medical hospital and you'd be amputating limbs. And it's
Yes.
like, and the piles of body and livestock that were left there for months, that these people had to endure. Yeah, it's like I say, it just goes so far beyond the battlefield. And then the bodies that they were left to try to identify and bury. And I mean, that's just crazy. But it left a mark.
Well,
And I don't know what it is, but it's there's an energy there, most places.
is there a cemetery there?
Yeah, that's where Lincoln gave the Gettysburg Address right there.
Hmm. Wow, that's crazy. I would like to go there one day and feel that and
Yeah, we
see
got
what you guys
we
are
got
talking about.
It's a beautiful place. Like I say, it is with besides everything that happened there. It's a pretty nice place.
I can, if anybody can relate to that place, can you imagine what it would be like if you guys went to Hiroshima or Nagasaki
Mm.
and
No.
experienced that?
I took him to Hiroshima. Yeah, it was kind of different. And the air was different. It was just weird.
I can't imagine.
Yeah, it was different, dude. Hey, and what's so crazy about it, guys? As we're sitting there and she's showing me around, the last building that was standing, was it in Hiroshima?
Mm-hmm. It was the Commerce
The
Building.
last building in Hiroshima, yeah, you can actually see little figures poking out the windows, like little dark. I don't know what you call it. I wouldn't know what you would call them.
Mhm.
I would call them people because you can see people just. Oh man, it was crazy.
Mm-hmm.
The trees
And I mean,
behind
these guys.
us, yeah, it gave you shivers. The only
Yeah,
thing about that place was if you're sitting on a bus, they do this. I see you.
Oh.
Oh yeah. And I had problem with my knees, okay? And they would do this to my knees. So I was in so much pain I couldn't even walk. And I was protected to the Lord. I had every damn crystal I can buy. And I stuck it in a bag and I put it next to me. It didn't matter. And my husband came with me. He was standing on the gate with me, and these flying ants came out and tried to attack him.
Oh.
wow.
Yeah, it scared the bleepers out of him. And he's an insect. He loves insects. But anyways, they came flying off the tree and tried to attack him. I said, "You go and sit on the bench over there." And it was and he said that scared the bleepers out of me. And he said, "Yeah, I'm not used to it." And it takes a lot to scare him, but yeah, it freaked him out. And I don't think they're ants. I think they're spirits that they can turn into whatever they want to be. They can be whatever they want to be. And they came and attacked him, flying off the tree and attacked him. And I tried to come on StreamYard several times, and they just blocked it every time I do that. And I said, my husband said, "Okay, let's go sit at the bench, take a deep breath, and try it." And finally came in, and I was able to do that. And during this podcast, when we're doing this live, it tried to block me again, so I had to reboot everything. And
Oh, wow.
yeah, I'm like, okay, stop this. I know you're trying to stop me, but I mean, I really got to do this podcast. So if you can please let me do it, please. Like, please doing it. And they finally let me do it.
it was. I mean, it was definitely a crazy day. It definitely. Yeah. Hey, how deep are y'all's pockets?
Not deep
Do
enough.
you guys like to pay to play?
I
I
mean,
mean, there's a lot of people out there that love to pay to play. Do you guys pay to play?
we do, but our pockets aren't that deep. I mean, there's some places that I mean we do, but we have some local places that we've been fortunate enough we have the hookup and we're able to get in there. Scottish Rite Cathedral is one. Remington got us in there, and it is just one of the coolest places ever. So we have a lot of local places, and then plus people's private residences, and we did a tattoo shop recently that's by us. So we are doing some pay to play, but that's not the ultimate goal, I don't think. So it's expensive. So yeah.
You can always panhandle.
It's rough.
It gets pretty expensive, man. I mean,
it does. Yeah. I mean,
I'm one of these guys where I don't like to do it, but sometimes I see myself shelling out, messing with my Bush beer money. Yeah, I can't do that.
But I'm wondering, when you go to places, do you feel sometimes that you paid way too much to play?
Yeah, I mean that's definitely a thing. I think just the hype of some places, they jack that price up, and it's some places just they're not worth it. But
it's just I think a lot of places that are quote unquote popular may not be so popular because they just put on too much butter on the bread, and when you go, they say, "Yeah, okay, yeah, I think we made a boo-boo here." I understand that they got to keep the electricity going. I understand that they got to keep the heat on. I understand that somebody's got to maintain the place, but you could be reasonable
But
too,
gee
you know.
whiz. Yeah, reasonable.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think
it to me it's getting out of hand.
yeah.
It is. It really is. Yeah. I mean, and you know, some places they're so expensive that for it to be reasonable, you have to have a lot of people. And once you have so many people, then it's too many people. So it's a fine line there. Cause yeah, if you have 20 people in there now, then everybody's talking over each other and you don't know if that's something or if that's, you know, someone or it makes it tough.
It contaminates the area,
Mm-hmm.
and you
Yeah.
got way too much. And then
I
you
hate
don't know. You don't know if the spirits are gonna say, "Oh, another Joe Blow." Oh shit! Yeah, we're not gonna do this. Bye. Like,
Mm-hmm.
and
Some of
so
our best
that. I
places
tell
have
you
just
what, man.
been organically, you know, Remington, you know, with the Scottish Rite, we haven't had to pay, and we have access to that place. It's the most awesome place ever. And then the tattoo shop that we did not that long ago, I thought that place was amazing. I mean, we had all kinds of activity and everything. So yeah, some of our best ones we just came across, you know.
do you
And
find
I
that
think those are the cool ones.
Yeah.
it's over investigated sometimes, and that it just becomes boring for the spirits and boring for the investigators too. So it could be yeah, both, right? I think that some of the small places and some of the places that are unknown just as much as the big places can be just as exciting, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And a lot of times you don't think about it, like Terry said, you don't think about the small places that could be just as exciting than a big place.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Yep.
Or
Yep.
you know, you're driving along, you know, a road, and you see the cemetery, and it can be a cemetery that have two family members in there.
Hmm.
You open up the gate, and they are hugging you and telling you, "Hey, welcome," you know, and those are the places that you want that have
Mm-hmm.
that feel, because those boots, ain't nobody been in there to communicate with these guys, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And how do you guys feel about the paranormal dictionary? Do you guys use the paranormal dictionary?
In what sense?
Well, you know, everybody in America or anybody in the world has a paranormal dictionary. Everybody used the same damn words that everybody else used, and that's why I call it the paranormal dictionary.
That's
As
funny.
far as like evidence goes, like orbs and that kind of stuff.
You know, it's just that when you see, the thing is, guys, when people speak, like me and you are speaking right now, they
Mm-hmm.
forget, just because you're dead, they forget to continue speaking to them like the way that you speak to them when they're alive.
Yeah, I gotcha.
So,
Yeah.
so when you're dead, so when you're not alive anymore, they have a tendency to saying to everybody that's in the paranormal community, use the same damn words, and all those words that people are using are in the paranormal dictionary.
I gotcha. Yeah.
Like,
Oh,
Yeah.
how old
are
are
you
you?
dead? Of
Yeah.
of course
Or
I'm
yeah.
dead.
Are you dead? Yeah.
I'm guilty of
Yeah.
that. I'm guilty of that.
Yeah, we find ourselves as we go. I mean, we talk to the spirits like we're talking to one another, and we joke around, and we tend to have, I think, better results when we're more relaxed like that and not just like the generic, you know. I mean, and we ask the typical questions, of course we do, you know, the tell me your name, how old are you, those types of things, but we try to go past that, and we just try to have like conversations like we're just talking like you and I, and like I said, we show a little bit of, you know, sense of humor and that kind of stuff, and a lot of times we'll get some responses that are, you know, a little bit of a smart aleck type things, and we love it, and we feed off of that, and we'll keep going, and we have fun with it. So
And to
Because
be
it's
honest
our
with you guys,
spirit,
I've
not
been doing
their.
this for a long time. And Irene, I think you can probably validate. I have never asked anybody how they died,
No, you haven't.
because I think that is a personal thing because if
Mhm.
they want us to know they were saved, I've
Yeah,
never gone to a location. Hey, how did you die?
Mm-hmm.
but
I'm like, I ain't gonna
yeah,
ask you that,
but
bro.
nobody
You
find
know,
out anything. I don't have to ask them that.
They just
I
tell
mean,
you, huh?
because it's already. I mean, because the obvious. I mean, you're not here. It's so obvious you passed away.
Yeah.
But I've, yeah, it's just so many things that I've seen so many people do, and it seems like you go on YouTube, you scheme, you go over from one channel to another channel to another channel, and they're all doing the same damn thing. It seems like they just watch each other. I'm like, really? It's just
Yeah.
You see,
to
you
me,
know
it
how
just makes
they
boring.
die. It's have to ask that, but it's like a
It's just
residual.
it gets boring.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, I'm not perfect, but I do like I do like making the spirits laugh.
Mhm.
Hmm.
You know, that's one thing that I do like. So I'm always going in doing some kind of street slang, something that they've never heard before. Always, just thinking like, hey, I'm hanging with the fellas on the weekend. You know what I'm saying?
Uh,
So I'm always talking like that. I always, my goal is to make, if you make them laugh, guess what you're doing? You're opening up to them and they're opening
mhm.
up to you. So they're a little bit more friendlier. And plus, what happens when you make somebody laugh? They have a tendency to remember you.
Mhm.
Hmm.
Oh yeah, yeah, I remember that guy. Yeah. So next time you go back in there, man, you got to crack another joke,
Mhm.
and make sure that that they remember you, and everything is all positive and good. And
Mhm.
I've never ever asked anything. I mean, because if it was my business, that they would say it. But some of these guys today, man, they ask some of the weirdest questions. I'm not, and you know what? I'm gonna take a step in that paranormal dictionary.
Okay.
And we're gonna say a couple words. And it's like uh that's one of the words they use. Uh how about if I throw your damn device down the damn road? If you can't come and speak to me correct, I'm not gonna speak to you at all. You know, uh and
And
how
they
many
think
times this guy
both
gonna say,
when
what the
they
hell?
something they run hightail it out of the building. You're like, well, you got that question right. You got your answer. You're like, I have to laugh at
Yeah,
that one.
yeah. Please tell me, do you guys have these? I know you do. Everybody has them.
Yeah, we do.
Cat balls.
We do.
Coordinated kitty
How
cats that lost
successful
their
are
balls for
they?
paranormal society.
With
Hey, Milo, don't use this.
I
I
don't
try
have much
not to
luck with
use
them.
them. I try not to use them because how many individuals that you think have seen those,
Yeah.
Just
especially in these big locations.
the
So
vibration
you're
in
gonna,
can make the cat ball come off, and you would be mistaken to say, "Oh, thank you." And I said, "How do you know that was the spirit? How do you know? How do you know if it's a building's old and the floor creaks and when you move it, it bounces and it makes the cat ball go off? How do you know? Well, that was the spirit.
mhm.
I have no
Yeah,
luck with the cat
hey,
balls, so.
Neither do I.
yeah. I
Mm-mm.
mean, hey, guys, and I'm gonna be honest with you, man. You guys come visit me and you bring that cat ball, man. You guys are in for a treat because I'm gonna throw that sucker as far away as I can.
That's what we're looking for. That's what we
that
want.
that will be a good one right there. Where you guys want to catch evidence that other people exist, I'm gonna throw that cat ball about 500 yards.
Please, yeah.
Then I'm gonna
Yeah.
say, and then I'm gonna whisper in your ear, hey, Christy, come back with something else, and I might react to you. I might chill with you.
They don't
You know,
like
because
him.
you're not gonna go find that catwalk. Because I'm gonna throw it down the hallway. You're not gonna find it, guys.
They don't like him here in
You're
this
not gonna
country.
find it, guys.
They're old, and
Yeah.
old folks don't like technology and this. And some, I was even told, put that away or else I'm not going to talk to you. I said, okay, I'll put it away.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Go. I mean, guys. I mean, I'm not for sure what your budget is when it comes to buying equipment. I'm thinking you guys been around for a year, so you guys should have your equipment already settled. Am I right?
Mhm.
Or you guys
Yes,
still
we
buying?
do. Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
Okay.
we
So,
see things that pop up, but yeah, for the most part, we're settled.
where do you guys go by? Go Stop?
I've bought stuff off of Goat Stop, but I've bought stuff off of Etsy too, or just independent people, paranormal groups who have made things. So it's a little combination of different things. Yeah.
Can I ask you a question?
Mm-hmm.
Why you just don't go to Home Depot or Lowe's?
Yeah, you can get stuff there too. Yeah.
Toy store.
I mean,
toy-
Home
toy
Depot or
store.
Lowe's. Hey, Toys R Us was around, boy, I'll be in there every damn weekend.
Oh,
I'm
for
telling
sure. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
A Home Depot and Lowe's, when you go into those stores, go to the outdoor lighting where everything over there is motion detected. All the, there's more trigger objects in Home Depot and Lowe's than there's some unbelievable things in there.
Yeah.
That
That's
you
good
and it's
thinking.
reasonable.
Mm-hmm.
Reasonable, guys. You got to go in there and spend some money, and get multiple equipment. If you go to Ghost Stop, you're gonna spend $400 for one. I guarantee.
Oh, yeah, it's
That's
pricey. Mm-hmm.
real pricey.
Yeah. Yeah.
And and it's got to be at a point, guys, where we got to stop feeding our money to these overpriced gadgets that
Mm-hmm.
you can go somewhere else and buy.
Yeah.
I figured that out, man, shit, 2 to 3 years ago
Mm-hmm.
when I was getting in the game. I'm like, no, man, it's got to be somewhere else.
Yeah.
Yeah, Home Depot's
It's gotta be.
that's a good suggestion.
Yeah, go to Five Below. If you got one in your town, go to
Mhm.
Five Below and see what they have.
Yeah.
There's a lot that you can buy where you can just go, take your time, observe some of these devices, some of these things are motion detection. I mean, some of these things you can buy and you can tweak them yourself. It'll cost you little or nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And trust me, some of these guys that are at GameStop, Ghost Stop, all they doing is buying it and just tweaking it and selling it for 2 to 3 times the price that they're buying.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Yeah.
You
Mm-hmm.
know what I'm saying? So
I don't do anything because I go in raw, quote unquote naked without anything. No.
well, I think that's the best way to investigate. When you guys agree.
Mhm.
Sometimes I don't need any equipment.
Yeah, and I think
You know.
I don't like EVPs. I don't like if somebody says to me an EVP and say, "Oh, help me," and I said, "Yeah, okay," and I don't listen to it. I don't listen to recordings. I couldn't care less what you got. I want to go in there. I want to see what I can see. I want to feel what I can feel, and I just walk in there without anything, and I just, let it all come to me, and I said, "Okay, this is what you
Yeah.
got. This is
Mhm.
what I have, and what do you want to do?"
Yeah, I'm a 230-pound REM pod. I mean, I'm the biggest REM pod you can ever find because I'm using all my senses that I was born with to investigate certain locations, because you can just go in there and just feel if there's something here or not.
Yeah.
That bring you that. You see that Red Pod's coming to visit me, right? Guess where we're going?
Ooh, where are you going?
No, we're not.
Here. Here.
Did she just
They
call
got
me a REM pod?
They got a cave that has 700 samurai warriors unalived themselves.
Oh, wow.
We're gonna go to that cave, Terry, and then we'll take you to the bar. We'll take you to the bar afterwards, okay? But first,
No,
you
I'm
gotta
going to the bar beforehand. I gotta get to the bars before.
You ain't gonna walk afterwards. You kidding?
I'm just gonna sleep in the alley. I don't care if I don't move a step. As long as I get what I want, I'm good. Japan is one of the safest countries in the world. You don't see any crime. You don't see anything. I'm pretty sure somebody will pick me up and Uber me home.
Well, you find out.
As far as paranormal, it's the worst place to visit for paranormal.
Really?
I pick and choose my poison because I want to live tomorrow and I don't want to go back. I don't want to come to my family in a box the next day. And you can't. That can't happen to you because there's a lot of people that young people that happened to them, and they went to the doctor's hospital. They never came out. They came out in a box. So you got to be really careful about where you go. That's why I always pick and choose my poison. I will never take. Okay, there are two things. I will never take you to the suicide forest.
I was going to ask you about that one.
Aokiharamori. I will never take you there. I will take you someplace like the suicide waterfall. I'll take you there because I know what's there, and I've talked to the spirits there, and I know they're not going to hurt you. I know they're not going to kill you, and I know that they're not going to make you get sick either. So. And I will take you to certain mountains where the samurai warriors had a big, huge battle. I'll take you there, but it's just you pick your poison, right? Mm-hmm. And you know how much you can handle.
You know what? If she won't take us, we can Uber. That's no problem.
Uber ain't gonna take you there either, okay?
We can Uber. Hey, or matter of fact, we can just rent us some of those scooters and we can just take ourselves.
But don't come to me. Nope.
Huh?
Nope. Not even my husband will take you there.
Guys, name me a couple of the locations that you guys wanted to visit in the future.
My number one I want to go to is Waverly Hills. That's my number one. And we're not too far. We're like 5 hours. So I'm hoping for within the next year for me. Yeah.
You know what? 5 hours will get me to downtown Austin.
Oh, wow.
I'm serious.
When you go to Waverly,
5 hours.
My friend, Witch's Circle. It's another place. It's in Indiana. It's not too far away. My friend lived, and that's another crazy, goofy place. Interesting. And into Indiana State Hospital, which is closed and had a lot of mental patients there.
Yeah.
That's another creepy place. That's really cool.
Yeah, that would be great. Pennhurst too for me, and we're that's not terribly far either, but we haven't been to Pennhurst either. So those are the two for me.
Have you guys ever investigated any kind of hospital or nursing home of anything with those type conditionings?
Yeah, so we did the Trans-Allegheny Lunatic Asylum in Weston, West Virginia. So we've done that, and we've done the outer buildings as well, which was the building for the criminally insane, the geriatric building, and the medical building. And then we also it's local to us. It's not really something that they let people investigate. We had to sign papers with the county, but it was a former tuberculosis hospital turned mental asylum that's close to us. Not huge, but we were just able to do that recently as well. That was pretty interesting.
What do you feel
And,
when you go in
can I-
there? What did you feel? What was your feeling?
Oh,
'Cause-
go ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah,
ahead.
it
You know,
okay.
no, go ahead.
Yeah, it's definitely it's interesting. The first time we visited, we just went on the porch basically, and we just had the spirit box out, and we were getting a lot of whatever was there was wanting to come with us. It was, don't leave me, come back, where are you going, things like that. We kept getting just very, it almost seemed like little kid energy. Nothing in there felt bad, but just heavy. And you think about the death with a tuberculosis hospital, and then you think about the mental patients that were in there afterwards, and you can feel it in the air. Honestly, the building was in really bad shape. There's a lot of stuff in there. The basement probably has stuff in there that we shouldn't have even been breathing in. I'm sure that can contribute to some of those bad feelings as well. But it's especially like when you go to Trans-Allegheny Lunatic Asylum, I mean, it is heavy in there. It's awful. I mean, you think about the lobotomies and everything like that happened in there. It's just heartbreaking, honestly. And you feel it.
One thing I know is that if you were an empath, if you had feelings, you were stuck in a hospital, okay? You were called cuckoo. I think, some countries like mine would still throw me in a hospital because they think I'm crazy cuckoo. I don't think it's changed a little bit, but I don't think it's changed a whole lot, right? So imagine how they felt when they weren't really cuckoo. They just had a lot more. They had a lot more intuition, and they could feel things. And because you don't fit that round circle doesn't fit in that square box, no matter how much you pound it in there. I think if you had feelings, or if you were an empath, if you were sensitive, you'd be thrown in a hospital named as nuts.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, some of the reasons that they admitted people, they have a list on the wall when you go into the lunatic asylum of the reasons for admission. It was like from 1860 to 1880, something like that. I mean, it was just the most ridiculous things in the world. I mean, fever, women troubles. I mean, just crazy things they could admit you for. So.
Yeah, especially, imagine having women problems and think a surgeon would help them with their problems, and you'd be thrown in a lunatic asylum because that.
Yeah, and you'd be stuck there. Yeah, I mean, and they would stay there until they died. It's just crazy.
Yeah,
Crazy,
or
crazy.
they experiment on them and say, okay, let's see if we can do this and that, and let's see how that runs. And oh God, and electric therapy too. They would do that too, because your head wasn't the way that they wanted your head to be, and back then there was a lot of that going on too.
Oh yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, and my daughter, who she's 11, but she had someone tell her that she was an empath before, and that may be true, but we went there just as a regular tour, just through the day. It wasn't a paranormal tour. We were just walking through, and we got onto the children's ward, and she didn't know we were on the children's ward. She was younger. She was maybe like 7, and she got this awful headache, and she just grabbed her head, and she was like, oh my God, my head. And it went away as soon as we walked out of the door off of the children's ward. And we didn't know at the time that's what it was. But I think about that, and it scared me a little bit, and it scared my husband, especially. My husband was like, okay, no more, she's not allowed to do that stuff anymore. But she picked up on that immediately.
It's so sad,
Irene,
What?
who does that sound like? The whole headache thing.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, that's definitely me when I know that there is something there. I'm like, oh my God, dude, I get this headache
Mhm.
Yeah.
and I can only take so much, but I have to walk out afterwards because it felt like I'm just getting hit with a brick.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, I gotta do this.
Yeah.
And the only time it goes away is when I walk away from it. It doesn't go away completely.
No.
Yeah.
When I go back, it's not as intense. Nothing is ever
Mm-hmm.
intense as when you first go into a location.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
But if you go and come back, it has a tendency to draw itself down a little bit. And it hit me hard. I'm like, oh my God, dude, I cannot do this.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I
Nope.
tell them. Breathe, breathe, breathe. I always tell there to breathe.
Nope. I
Uh,
breathe.
and then
Uh, go ahead.
no, I think a lot of times that history will show that a lot of times it hasn't changed yet, right? And they still think women or sensitives are still a little bit moody and crazy and kooky, and especially if you're a child, like your child will come up to say, "Mommy, I see Uncle John, or Mommy, there's a person in my room," and how many times will mother say, "Oh, you're just imagining things," but
Mhm.
and they don't take them seriously. And there could be Uncle John in the room, or it could be a woman standing there, or it could be a man standing there. But we as parents have to listen to our children more, and we can't say, "Oh, you're just imagining things." Like, but
Mhm.
it hasn't changed very much long since then. And instead of throwing your kid in a hospital, you say, "Oh, you're just imagining things." But
Right.
you know yeah, it's true, because I had a friend whose daughter who unalived herself, and her father is a paranormal investigator, and I think she was seeing a lot more, but she was off her meds because she got pregnant, and she decided that she didn't want to live anymore because that situation bothered her so much. I think she was a in fact, I even talked to her. She said she's a sensitive, and she saw a lot of stuff that she couldn't handle, and nobody listened. And they were in Louisiana, right, of all places. But I think,
Mm.
and I told her, it's okay, you're at peace now, and don't worry. I'll tell your father. I haven't told him yet. Even to this day, and I don't think I can. Like, there are some things
Oh.
I can tell you. There's some things I can't tell you, right? And that's one of the things I can tell you, and I don't think you'll be able to be open to that one.
Yeah.
Right? I need somebody to pick on. The time is run. Christy, I'm gonna pick on you.
Okay.
Christy, how do you think the world would be if if someone found out that our theory is right, that there is actually life on the other side, life goes on? How do you think the world would react to that type of evidence?
They would say it was AI and bullshit, and then we would just still be in the same hamster wheel we're in.
I agree.
Well, I think that once that someone finds out that there is life across the veil and that life do go on, I think this is just me personally. I think the suicide rate will go up because if people say that life is better there than what it is here, and those that are not having such a great life will probably want to experience life there. So I think the suicide rate will go up. I think that the religion aspect of it will start to falter because everything the Bible ever teaches anyone is that what we're doing is one of the biggest sins ever. We were told never to even speak to the dead,
Yeah.
but what are we doing now?
What?
So I think those two things would be problematic, because we really don't know exactly if there is. I mean, we definitely know there's life, but we don't know what kind of life it would be for those that are, you know, doing something like that. If death has naturally occurrence, that's fine. But if you're taking your own life just to try to see it to make your life better, I think there's some kind of punishment for that. I'm not sure.
I mean,
I
I
think
guess
there
it's
might
just
be.
a matter of just on how you look at it and on what spiritual aspect you're on and how you look at it. Because, like, I believe, like, that I, if you, for myself, I believe in God. I believe, Jesus, and all these things. Now, do I follow the Bible, like, as this is it? No, I don't. Because I also think that if you believe that a super being had made the planet, okay, so if you believe in God, whatever it is you believe in as this ultimate thing, then you also have to believe that they created the paranormal as well. So
Mm-hmm.
you're going to create one aspect and not the other. And I think that's a problem where people run into is that they close themselves off because you're going to, I could go in a rabbit hole, but that you close yourself out to it and they just, oh, I'm okay with this, but I'm not okay with that because that's paranormal or that's this and that. We're not supposed to talk to the dead.
Yeah.
Well, who really is saying that?
Yeah.
I mean, who's really saying we can't talk to the dead?
Exactly. And you know what? That's the
Exactly.
problem that I have too.
And if you're
If
gonna
God
believe,
created
yeah,
if
if
God
you
created us to be able to talk to the dead and help the dead, why is that so bad? Why is
right,
that against, you know? And I
exactly.
agree with
So
you.
if you're gonna believe in it, like in that kind of thing, then you should be able to also believe they created whatever created the paranormal.
Yeah. And to
But people
help
aren't okay with
them,
Anyway,
that.
to help the dead move on, to help the dying, you know,
Hmm.
it's it goes hand in hand, doesn't it?
It does. It really does. If you're gonna believe in one thing, then it's foolish not to believe in the other.
Yeah.
But that's just how
But
people are, though. So.
yeah, it's true. It's true. And it depends on who you talk to, right?
Hmm.
Because some will say yes, and a lot of them will say no. They'll push back and like what you can't be doing this. You can't be doing what you're doing because it's not right. Who's to say it's not right? Right?
Right. Right.
That's why I quit going to church because because I don't care if you don't like me because I said that. Well, too bad because
you
this
know,
is what I'm going to do, and this is going to keep on doing, and I'm not going to quit because you tell me to quit. Right?
yeah, there's a lot of people that are, and you just had to know that this was coming. That
Yeah.
a lot of people have dissected the Bible from the beginning to the end. And there's a lot of people who's what the Bible were saying is misinterpreted.
Yeah.
It's very
Is it
much.
possible that
Yeah.
one thing meant this and it meant another? Because we have to think about it. When the
Yeah.
Bible was written, man, those was really big words back then, weren't they?
Hmm.
words back then. Now,
And it was a big mouthful.
what is being said now is, man, these guys are just no. That's not what that's not the way the Bible was interpreted. It not was this. It wasn't that. I mean, dude, it's. I mean, I can sit back and just listen at some of the things that are just unbelievable that is going on this planet about religion.
Yeah.
And, you know, and I'm like, of course, everybody got their own faith. Everybody got this and everybody got that. But if you was to sit back and dissect every little phrase, word that was in it, it can be presumed to be something else.
Yeah.
Oh
And
yeah.
you know what? You know what? I'm gonna. You may not agree with me. Okay, you may agree with me. When you say a verse, it's almost okay. I do. Okay, I'm gonna. I'm a gray witch. Okay, but if you say certain words, you put your intentions in it, so it does work. So a spell is also a verse.
Oh yeah.
And
Or
how much intentions you put in it makes it work and makes it doesn't work. So okay, bite me, okay.
Yeah.
But
I really
when
like
people
saying that.
pray, when
So
people pray,
prayers are
they,
just so for let's see what a friend of mine she would call like spells and she would say, well, that's just a prayer with ingredients. I mean, honestly, that's all they all are.
yeah,
You're praying with ingredients.
yeah,
We're just changing names
yeah,
from
yeah,
prayer to spell to whatever.
yeah, yeah, yeah. But when they pray, they put their
Yeah.
intentions in it, hoping that it works. So
Mhm.
aren't you just saying spell?
I mean, because I remember when I was a little kid, and my grandmother was, she couldn't have been more. She's more Southern Baptist than I. Ugh, church 4 days a week. Oh my God, what the hell is going on? And I'm sitting on church Sunday, and you know, people tell us not to intervene with ghosts, but hell, but when you're dealing with the Holy Ghost, ain't that the same thing?
Yep, yep.
Dude, I seen an 81-year-old woman do a James Brown split, get up and fuck, and man, I'm like, what the hell is going on? And my mom and my grandmother say, boy, stop that. She's got the Holy Ghost. Not if she just split her fucking stockings like that. What
But
And
yeah,
I'm like, that's what the Holy Ghost is? When you get this invisible spirit in you and you can do a James Brown move at the age of 80? And I'm like, oh my God, dude. I mean, that's the case. The Holy Ghost must not be a bad thing. The spirit that I talk to is possibly a Holy Ghost. I mean, let's define holy. Can somebody define holy for me? What does holy really mean?
Not me.
Yeah.
Holy, don't
Not-
holy means
not me either. I'm far from
but
it.
in my definition, something holy means is pure, is happy, and that's what,
Divine,
in my
divine.
vision, that's what the Holy Ghost is, pure and happy.
Mm-hmm.
So
Well,
when
that's
they
what
say
we
it
are,
broke
aren't we?
down, I'm like, whoa, boy, okay, you go on then, JB. Shit, is she doing it? Then she got up. Dude, we're talking about an 80-year-old woman that
I
did
would
that.
love to see that.
Then she got up and ran up. She ran up and down the aisle. I'm like, what the hell's going on? I
Oh, I
was,
loved it.
hey, for an 8-year-old, you guys just don't know how we look. An 8-year-old will just imagine your 8-year-old seeing something like that, how they will react.
Mm-hmm.
That's how same way I would react.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I can't even
Man,
imagine.
and I'm looking. My grandma looked at me and popped me on my hand and said, "Hey, boy, that girl, she got the Holy Ghost. Let her be."
Well, there you go.
And then, that opened my eyes up even more. And I'm like, damn, boy, the Holy Ghost can make you jam like that. Let me get him on the dance floor, see what he can do.
And they call me kooky, right?
But, I mean, so guys, everything in that Bible is not what it seems to be. And I'm not
No.
saying, and what really gets me is, and I get on my people, the black community, all together, and I be on their ass about certain things, and I'm like, and I'm not judging, but my black people sometimes get a little misconfused about Christianity.
Mhm.
And they ask me, are you a Christian? I'm like, no. Are you? Yeah. Were your ancestors a Christian before they were slaves? No. So how in the hell are you a Christian now?
Yeah.
They don't want to
I
answer
think,
that question.
Hmm.
You know what I'm
you know,
saying? What were you before slavery? What were you
Mhm.
when you was in the motherland?
Mhm.
Tell me, what was your religion? They
Mhm.
can't answer that. But all of a sudden,
No.
they're Christians now. Oh, I gotta have this God-fearing man.
Yeah.
Who in the hell
I
is
think
God?
that's why
If
I
you
went
saying
back to
God,
Buddhism, because I don't have to worry about
no,
that, and I'm cool. And but yeah, it's like
hell,
you say one thing, but you're being a hypocrite about something else, right? And
I can't do it.
no, no,
I can't.
no.
You don't like me for who I am and what I do, dude. Please like me or dislike me for having a bald head. I can accept that.
Wax off, wax on, Terry.
Yeah.
I can accept that. But please do not accept a religion that was never your own.
Yeah.
I'm just throwing that out there. Guys, couple more questions and I'm going to get you guys out of here, man. And who can I pick on? Everybody's
No.
actually spoke for Remington.
You
Did
sure
I say
you're
his
ready for
name right?
this?
Uh-oh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you got it right.
It's okay. I got your
Uh,
back. Don't worry.
hey, you sure you trust that? You read?
It'd be all right. She talked about the hoodoo voodoo. It'll be okay.
Oh my god.
Speaking of voodoo, uh, Louisiana, man. In your eyes, because I've been to Louisiana, I've been to New Orleans. Have you guys been to New Orleans?
I have not.
No. Yes, maybe.
No, I haven't been down
Dude,
there yet.
that place, you can feel the energy. If you're
I'm
talking
sure.
about feeling energy, that whole damn city is just vibrant. There's some parts that are negative, heavy negative, and there's some parts that are a lot of energy. And and one of the religions that nobody speaks of
Voodoo.
is voodoo. Why do you think that is, Remington?
Because I think as a whole society just has that yearning thing of acceptance, so they can't speak of it whether they like it or they don't like it or what they feel about it, because then it puts them in the spotlight, and heaven forbid they be in the spotlight for something else. They got to have that conformity, they got to have that acceptance, they got to have that herdism. And I mean, there's nothing wrong with being pack people, but you can kind of think for yourself too, even though you're part of a pack. And I feel like most people don't.
Well, and that doesn't explain why people fear it. Why people don't accept it. Because I can, you know what? Because I can come up to you, Remington, and you won't know me, and we can start a conversation. Let's just say me and you are working out. We both go to the locker room to change clothes to get in our work clothes, and we start up a conversation. And you start talking about certain things, and we just having a good conversation. I can almost guarantee you, if I tell you I worship voodoo, you will stop everything you will have to say, and you will walk right out.
I can't say that because my counter to that would be, oh, well, you need to meet my wife. She's a witch. Because that's what I would tell. But I think it would be, I think it still falls into that whole thing where people's like, oh, well, even if it might be a little interesting, it's still considered so taboo that, oh, well, I can't talk about that or anything because then I'll be weird or I'll say or do something.
But here's the thing, 2026, should we still be using that word taboo? Everything is open. Yeah. Why are we still using that word?
Because we're not.
Everything is accepted.
Well, it's only accepted.
It's only accepted if you accept it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I mean,
like
because this day and age, people really don't care. People really don't care. That's why I'm like, dude, I have not used that word taboo, or anybody I know that used that word taboo in over 30 years. Because as we progress as a society, the not so normal becomes normal. If that makes any sense to you.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people that have progressed, but there's a lot of people who still have
so
not.
what people,
yeah, they're not.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay. I mean, because when I went down there, I went to a voodoo. Was it a voodoo priest? It was like a voodoo priest tattoo shop, and all she does is voodoo. She does tattoos, and these tattoos have powerful meanings to them. So once you put them on your body, it will totally affect what you got your body. And if you want something positive, she'll tattoo that positive, and you'll get that positive vibe all the time. But if you want something dark and heavy, she tattoos that. She's gonna give you. You have to sign a whatever that is. Saying that she's not gonna be responsible for none of that, and she will continue doing her work.
Isn't that what witchcraft is too? We can do the same thing without doing tattoos. We can use spells, and we can use use potions, and but it's the same thing. It's just using different methods of doing things, right?
Yep. The thing is, why is witchcraft more acceptable than the other?
It's not acceptable.
I wouldn't say it's acceptable.
It's not acceptable.
Yeah.
No.
It's
voodoo was look how many movies have been made about voodoo and the Serpent and the Rainbow, and for 100 years, I mean, as long as the movie's been made, what the scary thing was, the voodoo doll, and it was the unknown, and so they beat up voodoo pretty bad. Probably now it's probably not nearly as stigmatized as it was. I don't know that there's a lot of practitioners other than out down in Louisiana, but it took a pretty bad rap through Hollywood. More so. I mean, witchcraft probably too.
Witches took a really bad rap too.
I mean, they did that too. I mean, if you put them both on the side, there's controversy among both of them. The Salem witch trials,
right?
What happened there.
Yeah.
Then you're dealing with what happened in Louisiana with a lot of that stuff. I mean, I can go on and on and on how certain people use voodoo to do certain things to, from their mother to their father. Voodoo, you can do so much. But witch, man, you can throw a spell. Hell, you fall in love with your third cousin and don't even know it.
I think witches here were also persecuted by the samurai. Just because you gave a sick person some herbs, you'd be called a witch. And if you're a female, yeah, you'd be dealt with in the most painful way. Not just you, but your children were also burnt at the stake alive if you were labeled as a witch. And a long time ago, men were called doctors and were accepted by the samurai as a doctor. So if a man gave a sick person um some herbal powder, he'd be labeled as a doctor. But if you were a female and you gave the same powder to a sick person, you'd be labeled as a WITCH, and you'd be DEAD, right? And the reason why they went after the children of the witch, of the so-called witch, is because so the children wouldn't come after the samurai and claim revenge. So it was dealt really gruesomely and really harshly. So it depends. It doesn't matter which country you're from. If you're a female and you were labeled as a witch, you would be dealt with the most severe way and the most disgusting way ever.
Yeah.
And I don't
It's
care where
crazy.
you
It's
think, I don't
crazy.
care what you think, but yeah.
She's right. 'Cause there's certainly a double standard between the culture,
Yeah.
because if you was a warlock, I don't think warlocks would a male which would not have any prosecution like a female. A
Yeah.
witch would definitely get burned at the stake, but it would be a hard for anybody to say, "Hey, this guy's a warlock," and he really is the warlock. He wouldn't be burned at the stake.
Yeah. Yeah. I think
There's
even
a double standard situation going on there.
even
But
to
don't
this
tell nobody
day,
I'm a warlock.
being a female, being a witch, you label yourself. Okay, I'm a witch. Okay, it's tattooed onto your forehead. But I think even to this day, you're a witch. Oh, you're a devil worshiper. Oh, blah 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 blah. But yeah,
Well,
I think
this is this is what kills me, and people sometimes get misconfused, and I've seen this a lot because there is a lot of them in my town, and every time I see someone that's a gypsy, even though people think gypsies don't exist anymore, there are gypsy families that are here in Leander. There's a big community of them, and they dress a certain way, they act a certain way. But gypsies sometimes get misplaced for being a witch, which a gypsy and a witch are probably two separate things. Would you guys agree with me?
They are, yeah.
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 They're totally two different things, But a gypsy man doesn't get the criticism as a gypsy woman, because a gypsy man don't dress like the gypsy woman does. The gypsy woman is obvious, you can tell, but the gypsy man, no, you can't tell. And that's where all this double standard things is Irene is talking about, getting burnt at the stake. I've never, even in history, in I might be wrong, in Salem's history, a warlock was ever burnt at the stake by anybody.
I think there was a man.
That I'm
Or
not
a
sure of.
few.
That I'm not sure of.
Or it was an Ed. I'll have to look.
Do your research.
Yeah.
Oh, she'll be on that one.
Have you guys ever watched that TV show Salem?
Mm-mm.
I have not.
Watch, if you guys want to know anything about the Salem witch trials, watch the TV show Salem. Now, I don't know if it's 100% accurate, but it leads into a lot of stuff that allegedly, if you guys are witches, you guys should know who Mary Sibley is. No?
I'm not a witch.
Oh, I'm so disappointed.
I'm not
She
a
was
witch,
the
so I
head
don't know.
witch.
Yeah, I don't know.
She was the head witch in Salem. She was the one that kidnapped the head priest and turned him into the slave or whatever, and had him picking up frogs and all this stuff. There was so much. He had so much power in that small little town. She was the one that led. She was a witch, but nobody knew it. I think until the end. But yeah, man. If you guys want to watch that show, watch Salem. It was on WGN for a minute there, but I'm pretty sure you can watch it on certain channels. I'm not sure. I have a Fire Stick, so I got access to all that crazy stuff. Guys, couple more questions, and we're gonna get out of here. Yeah, couple more questions and get your ass out of here. Irene, go ahead. The floor is yours.
Why do you always put me in that situation? Okay. I'm gonna get you any way I can. Okay. My old question would be, in the world, if you have a chance to go anywhere in the world, what would be your favorite place in your bucket list and why? Start from the top and go down. It's okay.
Yeah, I would say I really would like to go to Scotland, honestly. Any building in Scotland. I mean, I was talking to, someone from the UK, and they pointed out the fact that, their pubs are older than anything that we have in the United States. There's so much history there. So Edinburgh, for sure. I would love to go there and just investigate the whole town. That's my number one. Yeah. That's my number one.
Go on, Jeff.
I'd say anything in Scotland and Ireland. Like I say, I'm kind of with Dev. I don't know specific castles or anything, but I was going to say I've watched enough of the paranormal shows that I think that would be awesome to get a chance to take a trip over there.
Chrissy?
I'm gonna jump on their bandwagon, Tails.
We are actually
we're going next year, so
yeah, we're going to Ireland and Scotland next year. So,
yeah.
So jealous.
Wow. I want to go to Scotland.
I would say ground yourself a little bit. You have to really ground yourself before you go there. And because they can be pretty awesome, pretty intense.
Jeff, I can get you on the trip with us, but you got to wear the kilt.
You can't wear anything under the kilt, you know that, right?
That's right. That's right.
Okay.
Let the wind do all the work.
Sounds like I'm in.
Make sure it's breezy.
If I wear a kilt, it's gonna be. If I
Make
wear
sure
a
you don't
kilt,
catch a cold
it's gonna
too.
be a lot of divorce.
Make sure you don't catch a cold. Make sure you don't catch a cold down there either. He goes, achoo!
I do not want to be responsible for any divorce rates in Scotland.
Well, you know what, Terry, under men's kimono, you don't wear underwear either.
God, I want to know if William Wallace really existed.
Yeah.
That is my thing. If I'm gonna go to Scotland, I want to see if William Wallace. I think that's where he's from, right?
Yeah.
Scotland.
Yeah.
I want to know if this guy, if he really existed, because I don't think there's a lot. Oh. Let me ask the English. They still don't like each other to this day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They still don't
It
like
has
each
to do
other.
with invading them a lot, but there's a lot of
And
spirits.
no, the English get their asses kicked.
There's
I
a
don't
lot of
know.
spirits in
I
the
guess
castles. There's a lot of spirits in the castles that cannot move on because they're meant to stay there. Whatever happened to them will stay there, and whatever happened to them will remain there. And you can't touch them with a 10-foot pole. Because when I started the paranormal field, the the paranormal investigators in England got me involved, and that's why I'm here now. But yeah, there's a lot of spirits in certain castles that women can't move on, children who can't move on, and they died of the hands of others, and they died because of their women. But yeah, there's a lot of that going on, and they're entrapped in the castles, and it's just a shame. It's so sad, but if you're a woman, you weren't treated so sweetly and so kindly as they do now.
Right.
Some places you're still not treated that well that you should be treated, but
Oh,
putting that aside, it's just, yeah, it was torturous if you're a
you
woman,
know,
right?
there are still some places here in Texas that women will not be welcomed in. There
Yeah.
are
Oh,
still
wow.
locations that a woman can go investigate. You will not be welcome there. Now, a
Yeah.
man can go and be welcome, but a woman, oh hell no.
Yeah.
You're in for a long damn night.
If you're a
And
woman in
that's just the
certain
way.
haunted places here, you can't pray because there's a lot of jealous spirits. Okay, that's why I don't investigate anything here because I'd be, yeah, forget it. Nope, that's not for me. But I do a lot in America, and because of jealous spirits that don't like women. If you're a man, you're okay,
Well,
but if you're a woman, good luck, right? Yeah, but
well,
it's
I
just
don't even think I don't even think it's jealousy. It was just the era and the time that these guys were in. You know,
yeah.
anything post World War II.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I invested a lot of locations. You guys got to remember, a nurse really didn't come into focus until 50s, 60s, maybe 70s, maybe
Yeah.
clearly in the 80s.
Yeah.
You know, but most of the guys after World War II were
Yeah.
orderlies. All these orderlies that
Yeah.
took care of these men,
Yeah.
they felt more comfortable with the men. Now, all of a sudden,
Yeah.
a woman comes in and say, "Hey, I'm your nurse. I'm gonna start taking care of you. I'm gonna give you your bath." Blah blah blah. The men are gonna feel some type of way,
Yeah.
and that's what happens in some of these locations that we've
Yeah.
had investigated. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
hey, somebody got to be the guinea pig. So I'll take one of my female team members. Hey, go sit in that room. She'll come back. Oh, hell no. I'm not going back in there because that spirit was rude, disrespectful, and he did things that shouldn't have been done. But if your man would then we'll reverse psychology, we'll send a man in there, and a
Mm-hmm.
man will open up to another man only because of the time and
Mm-hmm.
the era that he's in. Only because he was an orderly, he felt
Yeah.
the room was a little bit brighter,
Yeah.
and he was a little bit more accepting compared to the woman.
Yeah.
And I've had that case. Shit, that happened 4 times in 2 different locations, and I'm like, wow. You know, one of them had to get carried out. The other one had to got a real bad headache, and the other one got chased out.
Wow.
Mm.
Something that manifested on the wall, and they're like, "Oh, I gotta get the hell out of here!" So they ran out of the building. But we go back to the building. The 2 men go back. Nothing.
Gotta ask one more question.
Hmm?
Do you Day or night, does it matter?
I don't think it matters. I don't think it matters. I mean, I know most investigations that are overnight, but I think you can get just as much activity during the day.
Yeah.
One more
Anybody
question.
else? Anybody else? Day or night?
Anybody else?
Dev.
Yeah, I do too. I think the
Yeah.
energy's there
Day, night.
regardless of day or night. Yeah.
Does anybody disagree with Dev?
You know, once you're dead, you don't care if it's day or night, right?
Right? Yeah.
Once you're dead, you don't give a hoot if it's day or night. A lot of people say it's night is better, but you know, nighttime you can't see anything, right? And it's more hyped, and you can't, you know, your senses go tweaking a lot better at night. But you know, spirits don't give a hoot whether it's day or night.
I don't think they're sleeping.
It's better
so
for the
I don't think
videos.
matters.
It looks better for the videos. That's all. The scary
Yeah.
dark time.
Yeah.
Last question, guys. Why is the witching hour so important?
Ooh,
I have no
That's
idea.
a good one. I don't know, Chris. Do you have an answer for that?
For me, it's at the end of every hour. So I mean,
Every hour it's a witching hour.
does 3 really matter? Yeah.
When you're in the Asian part of the world, the witching hour really makes a difference. You got
Yeah.
to list what you can't do. Like if you have to go to the bathroom at 2:00 in the morning, you don't look up at your mirror. You just keep your head low and you walk to the bathroom. And you wash your hands and you walk back, keeping your head low. You don't look outside. You don't do anything. Yeah. We got a whole bunch of rules, and you know, and when I first learned about them, I said, "Why? How come?" They said, nobody could tell me why, but it's what you're not supposed to do. It's what you're supposed to do.
Well, I'll tell you what. I don't care. I'm gonna get
He
up
gonna
there
break
in the morning.
You know
cook me a
what?
well
I'm
done
afraid
steak and
because
see what
when
happens.
he comes here, he's gonna break all the friggin' rules, and I'm gonna be. I'm gonna get pissed. I'm gonna get. And guess what?
And
I'm
what's
the
so
one who
crazy
has to
about
do all the healing. I'm the one who has to get rid of everything off of him. So, you know, when he comes here, okay, my eldest son, he's worse than me. So, yeah, he's gonna be telling me, you can't do this. I can just imagine, I go, oh,
And
please don't
just
do
hey,
that.
and to really piss off the spirits, I'm gonna slap it between 2 bread and slap some mustard on it and some mayonnaise. And use it as a sandwich.
Help! Come on, you ladies,
Yeah.
come with me, please help me because
And,
I'm
hey,
gonna have to.
and run and tell that to the state gods that I did that.
Oh,
Oh
See what they said.
Oh no.
well, I'm gonna make him eat a medium rare steak when he comes to Japan.
My body would not accept that.
Well, you know
Never
what?
happened.
You know what? We have Japanese A1 Wagyu beef,
ooh.
and if you eat that well done, you're gonna get kicked in the butt by the waiter.
Yeah.
That's all right. He won't get tipped. You know, you got a choice.
We don't tip. We don't
tipped.
tip in this country. There's no tipping in Japan.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Oh,
we don't
well,
have
I'm
tips.
keeping my money to myself then. Hey, that's even worse. Hey, that needs to work. Hey, we need to bring that to America.
Yeah, we don't
Yeah,
because
bring it to America.
everyone gets paid a certain wages, and every wage is over $10. Okay, so it could be you start at 11 bucks an hour, right? So it takes care of your wages and service charge. After 11 o'clock at night, in certain areas like Roppongi, where there's a lot of American restaurants like Tony Roma's and the other one,
Who in the hell likes
something
Cowboys?
cafe.
I would never go to
Yeah.
Tony Romo.
And They charge after 11 o'clock. They charge 10% service charge, so that takes care of the waiters and waitresses and the people who cook your meal at night. So but other than that, we don't have tips. And if you tip somebody, it's like, how dare you? Like it's a form of disrespect. So you can't tip anybody.
I've heard that.
Even the cab
But
drivers,
I
you're not
wasn't gonna
supposed to
tip him.
tip.
Oh.
No,
I wasn't gonna tip him no money. I was gonna give him some knowledge. I ain't gonna tip no money. I
but
got
you
plenty
gotta.
of knowledge.
You know
to
what?
give
You
him.
know what? I expect a tip from you, Terry.
What? What is that? I don't know. Guys, Devin, tell the world how to get a hold of you.
Okay, you can find us on Facebook. We're West Virginia _ Paranormal Girl. You can find us on Instagram. You can find us on TikTok. It's all West Virginia Paranormal Girl. And we just started a YouTube, so we have a few videos on there as well. West Virginia Paranormal Girl Investigations LLC. So.
Okay, why is there a girl in there when there's not an all-girl team?
Well, when I made the page, it was just me, and then it just we've kind of formed out. But I mean, we just kept it because So that's
It's easier. It's easier.
It's easier. It's easier.
They changed the name, right?
Yeah. It was originally just me. So
I don't know how the fellas think about that, guys. What you think?
They're fine.
My wife says that my wife tells me I'm fine, so I'm fine.
He's fine.
You did what he says, right? What she says, right?
Yes.
Hey,
See,
boy,
Terry?
that's too much power there.
Ah, Terry. He gets into trouble all the time with me, so don't worry about it.
No. Guys, it had been a pleasure speaking with you guys. I really thank you for joining us. I hope you guys had as much fun as we have. And hopefully I don't know, I just wish you guys a lot of success, on your journey. And hopefully you guys were able to find whatever desires that you guys are willing to find in the paranormal community.
Mm-hmm.
And man, I would love to have you guys back at one point in time.
Yeah.
To see what's going on, and
we can pick on Terry more.
Well, we really appreciate you having us. So we had a great time. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
I think you guys did good enough. Yes, my pleasure. It's our pleasure. That's what it's. Hey, it's what it's all about, man. It's never about me on this podcast. It's always about you guys.
Yeah, and have fun out there. And have fun out there. And just enjoy and embrace it. And you know what? There's never a dull moment in the paranormal, isn't there? So
no, not at all.
Because you never know. Because you never know when I'll be knocking on your door.
See what I gotta put up with?
Just trust me. I got a 10-method plan. I'm planning on visiting everybody that ever came on the show.
Awesome.
And right now, I have over 400 guests.
Oh wow!
So I got a lot of
You're gonna be
traveling
busy.
to do. Most of them are in
you
Virginia, though. Maybe I can get all you guys in one location and just bug the hell out of y'all.
That sounds great.
There you go.
All right.
And then I'll say, Terry, behave yourself.
Hey, who you think has more power? Who you think has more power, me or her?
The clairvoyant that's more powerful.
Both Irene. I'm sorry,
I'm
Terry.
staying out of that.
See, when he gets in trouble, he
You know
calls
what?
me.
I'm glad. Hey, I'm glad you guys are. She's not gonna be able to help you when I'm whispering in your ear.
Yes, I can. Yes, I can.
Yeah.
Well, guys, thank you again for joining us. I will be making some reels here shortly. Feel free to jump on my Facebook page and you get as many reels that you want. All the reels are going to be about the most important conversations of the podcast. So feel free to snatch them and put them on your YouTube or Facebook or whatever you guys see fit with them, and enjoy them. You know, share
Thank
them
you.
out. And
And
hopefully, like I
everyone
say, I
who's
will hear
watching,
from you guys.
share is caring. And, for the guests, thank you for coming on, spending your time, and having fun with us. And that's what we have to do. We have to have fun because there's
Yep.
not enough fun in this
Yeah.
world, right?
We agree. We agree.
So true.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And hey, one last thing. Merry Christmas.
Terry! Oh, it's gonna be the Day of the Dead here. So happy Day of the Dead year. Oh God. Shoot. But I don't know.
Hey, you know what? Actually, you guys are lucky today because Irene did not see anybody standing behind y'all.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
that means
nice.
your
That's
house.
good.
Except the
So that
lady
means
who
your house is clean.
except the
Huh?
lady who came on and she disappeared. I said, oh. I went like that, oh shit. I said that. But I know somebody, Chrissy, you have something, but it's not nasty. It's just protecting you, and it could be your relative. It could be somebody that cares about you. So yeah, we're
Yeah.
gonna let it go.
Hi,
I'm
Well,
not
thank
gonna
you.
I'm not gonna
hi, girl.
I'm not gonna
Is he showing the rainbow?
You're actually right now
Rainbow.
doing this to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I just
Oh man, you got an aunt from the '60s? Hey, peace. I like that.
I have a
That is
spirit
cool.
guide that wears a very heavily rainbowed feathered headdress. So I don't know if he's showing up right now to you.
he's
But
doing this to me.
Mm.
that's awesome.
And
Well, hey,
I don't
you
know if
got
I got your name right, Clarissa?
Christy.
Christy. You
Mhm.
got somebody behind you too. That's going, not me. I just ignored it, but I know it's relative. Yeah, relative.
Yeah.
better you than me.
Oh, Terry,
Oh.
cut it out. It's a relative, and she's very modest,
She
very
likes
quiet. Doesn't like the public. Doesn't like to be seen by anybody, but just
Oh
But
shit.
she's going.
Okay. That's awesome.
But I mean,
guys.
this conversation is clean and it's respectful and as long as it's like that, it doesn't make me go oh.
Yeah.
I'm not going oh. We're good.
Guys, she's 98% always accurate. I
That's
mean,
awesome.
Oh,
I can't tell you when she was wrong about something.
Hmm.
And I'm being honest with you. I think she's probably been wrong maybe once or twice, and she didn't get the name exactly right, but she came close. So I got to give her that. But yeah, dude.
You can't
Trust me,
always
we've
get
been on
everything
some
right,
locations. But no, I mean, we'll never get it right. But
No.
we've been on some locations. We've been on some locations, guys, where I didn't tell her anything, and she hit it spot. Like last week's investigation in the forest, that was spot on. Cause
Wow.
that actually came on the TV show The Dead Files, and she hit it perfect.
Oh wow.
big
Yeah.
fan of the Dead Files.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And I
And
did
you know
not
what?
want
Terry's
to
not
tell
going to go
her.
back there anymore because they came after my friend and they tried to choke her. And I told Terry, and Terry said, "No, we're not going back there anymore. Nope."
Hey, have you guys ever been on some sour land? Okay. Have you guys ever seen the original Pet Cemetery?
Yes.
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah.
When the guy climbed up the hill and he saw that land where he said
Mhm.
it was sour,
Mhm.
this is what this property is.
Oh wow. Okay.
It's just sour. Nothing would ever be built on that property.
Mm-hmm.
And if you guys don't believe me, go watch. If you ever get time, go watch the Dead Files season 1, Cedar Park surroundings,
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
and it will tell you everything that you ever want to know about that property.
Yeah.
Wow.
The war that's going on there between good and bad, the people that are there, yeah, it's one of those episodes where you just like, oh hell no.
I'll give
I
you a
couldn't
hint,
invest it.
okay? The Apache and the Chippewa tribe were fighting on that land.
Mm.
My friend is Cherokee, okay? They came and they tried to hurt her. And when my friend did, we were just talking on Messenger about this. Somebody on the wall behind her went bang and hit the wall really hard. And everybody in the room heard it. And she goes, "What the hell was that?" And the person that she's living with said, "What the hell was that?" And she had to walk around. And when we went outside, there was a whole bunch of Apaches lined up and running around in the street. Across, she has a street, and you cross the street, and they're running around on the forest. And it was pretty bad. It was pretty nasty. And they tried to hurt her bad. And I wouldn't allow it. And I said, okay, we can't do this. Like, get back in your house. And we asked 2 spirit shamans to help us. And one of them was a warrior. He had 2 feathers. He was carrying a sword, not a sword, but a spear. And the feathers on his head were the ones that if you kill somebody, you dip the feathers in blood, right? The person
Oh,
that you
wow.
killed. And he had a pony where it was a handprint on the rump of the pony, and the handprint was he used when he dipped the victim's blood. He dipped his hand in the blood and he put it on the butt of the pony. That's what I saw, anyways.
Wow.
Wow.
And it tried
That's
to hurt
crazy.
her
Guys,
real bad. No,
Wow.
we're not
how
doing that
can,
anymore.
and this is what crazy, and this is what crazy, how can a spirit from my investigation go to Indiana? And this lady wasn't even on the park. She wasn't even a part of the investigation.
Hmm.
And go get her.
Yeah.
Wow.
Hear that.
Because she's a
Interesting.
Cherokee, right? She's from a different tribe.
Interesting.
And
Interesting.
it was
But anyway,
scary.
guys, hey, yeah, it was. Guys, enjoy the rest of your evening. I appreciate
All
you
right.
guys joining us. You know what?
Thank
I
you.
got to go
Thank
cook me
you.
a well steak. So, hey,
Enjoy.
Hey,
I'm waiting for that fried chicken tonight, right?
don't
yeah,
forget
man,
the cottage
actually,
cheese on your baked potato.
who does that? That is un-American.
You're going to do it, and you'll like it.
Are you from Canada? Where is this woman from?
No, they put cheese
Guys,
curds.
enjoy it, man. You guys have a happy holiday. For those of you that don't have to work tomorrow, I do.
Thank you.
And hey, I'll be reaching out soon. Devin, keep your email nearby because you never know when I might ask you guys to come back on the show.
Yes, sir. Sounds good. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you for having us.
Thank
We
you.
could eat
Bye,
cheese
guys.
cereal, okay?
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Yes.
Who is it you think you see? Do you know how much I make a year? I mean, even if I told you, you wouldn't believe it. Do you know what would happen if I suddenly decided to stop going into work? A business big enough that it could be listed on the NASDAQ goes belly up. Disappears.
It ceases to exist without me. No, you clearly don't know who you're talking to, so let me clue you in. I am not in danger, Skylar. I am the danger. A guy opens his door and gets shot. You think that of me? No, I am the one who knocks.